to align to our customers and the opportunity in different segments of our customers. So how many people have seen this picture? Good job, Francis. We got pretty good. I don't know if we've gotten 1 million impressions yet, but we're getting there. You're going to see this a lot, right? And this is a foundational framework in how we're going to organize our sales organization, but ultimately it'll be led by sales, but it's a company-wide initiative. And so it's going to be real important for marketing, and we're going to talk about that some at Mix. The fundamental concept behind CPM is to tier our accounts based on potential and put the right people, portfolio, and process aligned to that potential. It's about prioritization, as Alex said. It's about putting the right resources that match different needs across our customer base and segmenting them based on the overall potential. Now, in some ways, it's kind of common sense, right? And it's something that every salesperson has done to some extent already. They have a large set of accounts in a territory, and they have to decide, and have had to decide for some time, which ones to go spend their time in. We serve 72,000 different companies. And it's one of the myths we have is that the field sales organization visits all of them. I'm here to tell you they don't. You probably already knew that. It's actually a pretty small percentage. The math doesn't work out. And so what CPM is about is putting a deliberate tiering process in place to tier these accounts and set different expectations with how we serve them. And creating a globally aligned framework so that we can all align on the right offerings and entitlements at these different tiers of our customers. Now, one thing I want to talk about is sort of one of the implications of marketing. One of the things we've done in marketing over the years is we've really focused on marketing to individuals, engineer to engineer, right? We market to the individual engineer, and we'll continue to do that. But another dimension of CPM is about orienting ourselves around the accounts. And so it's about augmenting our E2E marketing with value propositions and tactics that are targeted at a company, at an organization, at a business. And so one thing that I find is a common misperception is how our contacts line up against the CPM pyramid, how the people and the individuals line up against the accounts. And I'll tell you, it's not a clear pyramid. So that's what I'm showing on the right-hand side. In our top accounts, on average, in our enterprise accounts in blue, we have about 1,500 marketable contacts per account. In the middle tier, where most of our marketable contacts lie, we have about 70 on average per account, over 5,000 accounts. And in the bottom tier, it's closer to a one-to-one relationship. These are small businesses, and we average 3 or 4 contacts per account over, 65,000 or something on the last slide. 66,000 accounts and 250,000 contacts. The implication for marketing is as you go up in these tiers, it's going to be a lot about how do we expand the contacts we have at our key accounts, and how do we get to very specific new contacts in our enterprise accounts. It might not be just about the quantity. It might be about how do we get penetration into a new group where there's white space or opportunity that we haven't yet been able to get it. How do we work together with the account manager to do that? So we've done some things in account marketing that are examples of that. In the lower tiers and in the small business tier, it's more about acquiring new customers and accounts where those two things are almost one-to-one, right? And so keeping this pipeline of new accounts, and you can see by the scale of it, that has to be a marketing-led activity. Because we're talking about tens of thousands of new customer and new account acquisition. So at that scale, it's got to be led through marketing, and it's got to utilize some of our digital assets. So you'll see a lot more about this, but this will be a framework that all of us will use to work together and how we maximize the potential we have across all these tiers of customers. Now, second area, I said there'll be 2 areas where we'll outside-in thinking. One was kind of the customer voice, and the other one is in how we look to the outside to embrace outside best practices in the way that we go to market. So I want to draw a subtle distinction for you. I think it's an important one, though, between where we want to be differentiated and where we need to be best in class. So there's areas where we need to be differentiated. We need to be unique. And there's other areas where we don't need to be necessarily unique. We need to be among the top, let's say the top 10%. I'll call that best in class. So for example, our platform is unique. And the propositions around it and the content and messages around it are unique and distinct. But sometimes we want to be unique in every possible dimension, right? And we don't have to be unique in how we go to market, how we do market planning, how we do campaign planning. We want to be best in class in those areas. And to be best in class, we're going to listen more and learn more from the outside and let those outside perspectives challenge us to continue to get better and better and better and put ourselves and keep ourselves in the very top tier of companies in the way that we use media, go to market, do marketing planning. Now in that vein, I want to ask those that have come to our marketing organization with marketing experience outside of NI, I'd like you to stand up. Come on, I see some of you, so. All right. People want to clap, so you can clap, but I want to stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. Don't sit down. Elena, stand up. So stand up for a second, because I want everyone to look at these folks, and I want you to listen to the perspectives of folks that have experience outside of the company. This is something we haven't always been willing enough to do, and we're going to listen to these perspectives, and we're going to use those perspectives to challenge us. Now, those that are standing, I want you to hear that message as well. I want you to hear that your perspectives and experience is valued, and I want you to challenge us, and I want you to push the organization when we have commonly held beliefs that you think are holding us back from reaching our full potential. So I thank you for your perspective, and I want to hear your voice as we go through the week. So thank you. Now we can give them a hand. Now I want to share an example, and this will lead into the next talk, an example of using this outside perspective to enrich the way we go to market and create the frameworks that allow us to strive to be best in class in all these dimensions. And this is the SiriusDecisions marketing ecosystem. Many of you have seen it. You're going to see it more today and throughout the conference. And I want to also, put in a plug here. I want us to resist the temptation that we all have, me included, to customize these outside frameworks. Yeah, you know we do it, yeah. We always want to be so unique that everything has to be customized. Now, some customization sometimes is valid. There are times when we need to put our spin on things. I get that. But there are other times when by customizing some of these best-in-class frameworks, we lose some of the benefit. The benefit in using a standard framework, the training and job descriptions, and all of the stuff that comes with a standard framework, we'll lose some of those if we customize it. So we just have to be cognizant of that. And I want us to challenge each other to, when we're going to customize something, ask ourselves those questions. And if we're really that unique, or if we can use this thing as is and use it to challenge us to be best in class. So let me wrap up and summarize, and I kind of boiled down concepts that I shared with you into 4 simple points that I think set us up for being successful as a marketing organization and as a company. We're going to focus on the growth opportunity of the systems business that Alec talked about. And we have to do that in conjunction with striving to optimize our broad-based business where marketing will lead the effort to increase automation to create scale in the way that we interact with our customers across that broad base. We are going to further embrace an outside-in perspective. We're going to use more insight from our customers to be able to refine not just our products, but how we go to market with those products, the way we position them, the language we use to bridge that gap that often exists between the incredible capability of our platform and what it means in terms of benefits and impact for our customers and their business. And we're going to combine that incredibly differentiated platform with an outside perspective that helps us get best in class in the way that we execute getting that content and those messages to market, and working with our sales organization to make sure we close business and impact the results. And if we do those 4 things, I'm confident that we'll win as an organization and we will drive increased growth for the company. And I look forward to talking to all of you about that more over the next few days. For now.